Raising taxes is what politicians do so they don't have to make decisions.
Mr. Norquist, to repeat a question that was asked in the Republican debates, I think inspired by your sort of ghostly presence on that stage, is there any combination of spending cuts and tax increases which you would agree to, maybe holding your nose, as part of a grand bargain with the Democrats to reduce the deficit? Is any compromise possible in your world?
No. Well, compromise is possible. The Republicans passed the Ryan bill, which saves $6 trillion in government spending. And what they compromised was they only got a $2.5 trillion spending restraint. That was the compromise. They didn't get as much as they wanted because Obama wanted to spend more money. But no tax
increases whatsoever possible, as far as you're concerned, as part of that deal? Just asking.
Because the problem is too much spending. How would raising taxes help a problem caused by too much spending? Raising taxes is what politicians do instead of governing. And we need to govern, and we need to reduce government spending. Raising taxes is what politicians do so they don't have to make decisions. So no, why would you raise taxes? It doesn't have anything to do with solving the problem that we see right now, which is too much spending.
But some of the countries you've cited as positive examples for the United States in terms of the amount of GDP that is taken in taxes, like Germany, like Canada, actually take in a greater percentage of their GDP as taxes than the United States, and you've said they're doing great.
No, they're doing better than Obama's lousy recovery. They're not doing, no, they're doing better than Obama's damaged recovery. That's true. They could do significantly better if they went further on some of the reforms they need to, but I think the Canadian corporate rate's down to 17.5%. We're at 35%. We should emulate them on that policy. Not all their policies, but
not
on that one.
Universal single-payer health care?
That makes sense.
You wouldn't go the Canadian route there?
No, because if we did that, where would the Canadians go to get health care when they needed it quickly and at a reasonable price?
And no one in my family has ever gone to the United States for health care. I'm going to ask you a last question, Mr. Norquist, if I may.
Sure.
Who is your candidate for the Republican nomination?
Right now, all of the candidates running, the 4 Republicans still running, have all made a commitment not to raise taxes, and they're all generally in support of Paul Ryan's proposal. So I'm studiously neutral between those candidates. I mean, I read the polls and look at the numbers, and it looks as though Governor Romney, former Massachusetts Governor Romney of Massachusetts, is the likely Republican nominee, but I won't endorse until the process is finished.
And notwithstanding that now infamous Etch-a-Sketch comment and Governor Romney's liberal Massachusetts antecedents, are you confident that if he were to secure the nomination, he wouldn't run to the middle, and if he were to win, he wouldn't turn out to be more like the first George Bush?
Well, I'm originally from Massachusetts, so I'm fairly well-versed both in his governorship, where he was up against overwhelmingly Democratic legislature, but also he's made it very clear he wants to abolish Obamacare. He's against any tax increases. He's for moving towards the Ryan plan, taking tax rates down to 20–25%. So the plan that he's outlined, I think, is quite good. But it's also true that when you shift from running in a primary where you're criticizing other Republicans to focus on the general election, it's a different campaign, absolutely. And there's a lot that that Romney, or whoever the nominee is, needs to focus on the damage that Obama's done to the economy. And the other question we have to ask on Obama is, you know, he was telling the Russians, you know, I'll give you a better deal. I can't let the American people know about it because I got this election, but I'll do something for you later. What kind of special deals has Obama made with the labor unions and the trial lawyers? Never mind the Russians. Who else is he telling that to when he doesn't think the cameras are on? Alan Simpson is trying to sell a tax increase to a country that's overtaxed and where the government spends too much money.